him and he said, "I'm still the same man inside, even though my skin is black." And he said, "Everything I've told you for the last year has been a lie."
And in America, widow Linda is caught in a web of deceit. In Goliad, Texas, 66-year-old Linda's story began in 2011 when Larry, her husband of 21 years, passed away.
He was my soulmate. We thought we'd just grow old and die together, but it didn't happen that way. He wanted me to move on with my life, and he said, "I want you to meet a really Christian, good man and remarry."
To help her get over her loss, Linda's daughters suggested internet dating. By July 2012, she found herself in an online relationship with a 56-year-old man called Steve Charway. He ticked all the right boxes for a vulnerable widow.
He was gentle, he was kind and caring, and he tells me, "Far in distance, but near in heart, you'll always be my angel to my heart." He made me feel a little young again.
Steve told Linda that he worked in investments and was often based in Ghana, West Africa. It wasn't long before Steve offered a long-term commitment to end Linda's loneliness.
He had asked me to be his wife, and we were going to be married. I decided I was going to go to Ghana. We would be married there, and then we would come back here.
By this stage of the relationship, Linda had also been providing Steve with money and gifts. Sometimes at his request, occasionally at her discretion.
This is the money that I actually sent to Steve, and these were for hotel bills, food, medicines, different things that he would say that he needed.
As her trip to Ghana for her wedding approached in July 2013, Linda was thrilled at the opportunity to restart her life.
I just couldn't wait. We were talking about when we got to the airport, I was just going to wrap my arms around him and wrap my legs around him and kiss him and kiss him and kiss him.
But on arrival at the Ghanaian airport, Linda was greeted by an unfamiliar face calling her name.
Someone said, "Linda." And I looked around and it was a young black man in a suit and tie, dressed very nicely. And I walked over to him and I said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm pastor." Well, Steve had talked about pastor.